All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. About to be day 73. And there is the horn. Well, we still have 30 minutes on those bars. Goodness, that's a long time. So it will be quite some time before I am able to do this other thing I want to do. Let's see about making dirt. Tell you what, we'll just take that first this way. And let's go to recipes. We're going to do that 20 minutes there. And throw that there, put this here. And do the same thing here. In our inventory, and we already have a little bit of dirt on us that we have crafted. Gonna make a garden. Gonna go ahead and get that in place and going. Hope that the that this thing will support all that I believe it will support. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna pull a little trick here eventually to ensure that it does. All is quiet out here, though. That's pretty surprising. Usually, being that we have all of these forges and fires going, it's a little rowdy out here in the evening. Let's see what we're doing for resources here. So we're running a little bit low on stone. We're good on cement. We have 2,000 steel, 3,000 steel left. Okay. Well, I say... Oh, there's another screamer. I was wondering where they were at. Just being kind of quiet up there. So we have another 2265 of that making. This is sorted out. We're going to see how much steel I have here. We're going to take one stack of 500 here. There's another body hitting the bottom. Don't know where that was at. Let's go up here. Gonna need to make some more wooden frames eventually as well. I want to build my way up here. Of course, we're about to get the screamers all rowdy. Coming up here and doing what we're gonna do. So, tell you what we're gonna do. Don't think I need to build my way up all the way. I think I can pretty much reach that from down here. Very late at night right now. Doing this recording. Hopefully I'm not too hazy doing this recording. Alright, that looks good. Now, I think I want to make these steel as well. And I know it's probably not aesthetically pleasing the way it looks here. But I assure you there is a method to my madness. Right. Nice. So that is prepped. That is ready to go. I'm going to take that down. I'm going to have to get up here and take the chance of screamers coming, which is not really a concern. Not too worried about what they might do. Other than fall in the pit and give us some free loot. I really didn't want to have a screamer attract a cop. Boy, we went through a lot of steel real fast there. I tell you what, I didn't expect to go through that much steel that quickly. So we're going to go down and get a little bit more. I have plenty cooking up, so we should be good moving forward. Once I get these bars made, as the bars are making, there's more steel cooking, iron cooking into the forges, so we should be okay. I tell you what, we'll just take both stacks. I don't know why someone is beating on a bar over here, but they need to stop that. Oh, it's a big guy. Kind of expected that one stack to do all I needed. I guess that just didn't. I wasn't thinking about how many around this is, and that it's 10 a pop. Oh, I don't have any cement on me. Son of a gun. Whoop. Another big guy. The rest of them should have perished on impact. I don't know where they all went, but that's fine. Let's get back up here again. I don't know why I removed the stairs on that one side. I really just thought this is going to be a quick little job. Like I said, I'm a little bit hazy. It's kind of late. I did want to get the this part done. Here comes the screamer. All right. Nice. Yeah, come fall on in. You don't need to run around to this side to fall in. It's just going to happen. There you go. So I guess the cop spit is what's causing a little bit of block damage here or there. This outer rim of steel should prevent that. But that's not why I did it. It's for support. And you'll see here in just a little while. My big concern is with this base. Once again, I tunneled out underneath here. And my big concern is that this is not going to support much more height. We'll see. We'll see as I build. But if it doesn't work out like we hope, not a big deal. We'll figure out a different way to do what I'm trying to do. I'm going to go ahead and put our steel and cement back in here. Nice. So our supply of dirt is still getting ready. Plus we had some dirt 266. So we have a good bit. Nice amount. I'll tell you what, a garden hoe. Let's combine our shovels first. And let's see about making a garden hoe. What I'm going to need to do is, as soon as 4 a.m. gets here, which isn't an hour, we are going to ride to the other base. I'm going to put this stuff, you know what, we'll just put it in here. I'm going to ride over to the other base. And there's more right there. Wow, okay, so I probably don't even need any more. That's not 1,000 blocks. We're going to ride over there. We're going to cut our trees. We're going to grab all of our brass, our fertilizer, all the things that we need from that base. I don't really have intentions on having to go back there again for a long time, if ever. We may, of course, ride over there to loot the hardware store from time to time, but even that may be a stretch, as I don't really foresee going back there. We're going to cancel this dirt. We may get this dirt going over here. And just cancel it and put this back here. So let me go up here and do this before. Oh, wow. Look at that zombie inside here. How did that happen? Is that one that I killed? I don't remember killing that one there, but oh well. Somehow got in here. That's a bit odd. Let's see how this is going to look here. Oh. I don't really want to fire up the auger, but we'll do it. So we need to get a garden going again. It'll just be a matter of time, and we're going to use up our potatoes and corn. I notice I'm on my last stack of meat stew right now. Meat is certainly not a problem. Very easy to come by. Now that we have a mini bike, I don't have to necessarily hunt it. But the potatoes and corn, especially the potatoes, we're going to need to get more of that. Let me dump this off real quick. Since it's 4 a.m., we're going to shoot over to the other base. So we'll have plenty of dirt. I don't even know why I made as much as I did. Our garden hoe we want to combine in here. Not sure why I didn't do that. 588, almost a 600 hoe. I don't really know the benefit of a 600 hoe, but is what it is. So I think we have everything we need. We've just now eaten. I'm pretty sure we'll check just to make sure. We have fuel and repair kits. Get our bike turned around here. It's really a shame that I can't click on something while on the mini bike. There's a bear over there. So the trees should absolutely be fully grown now. We'll go ahead and harvest all of that. We do have our seed to start another tree farm over here, which is something we need to look into doing very soon, because this 45,000 wood, for the most part, we're done with a lot of the wood. I used a bunch of wood making the walls downstairs to save on concrete. But to supply fuel for the forges, it's going to take quite a bit of wood down the stretch. So I need to make sure we can get another tree farm going before we run through this 45,000. I think we have about 20,000 left or so in the storage chest. Eventually, we either go back to our old desert mine, or we start a new one over here at the desert. It's a little closer to us. One way or the other, we absolutely need to get some nitrate. I'd like to create, 15, 20,000 gunpowder over time. I start storing that away and then smelting down all of our brass. And then lead as well. I think this mine over here, man, that tire just stopped me. I think this mine over here, we know it has nitrate and it has lead as well, very close to the same spot. Of course, I could always come back here for oil shale. I've hit every object on the way back here, but we could find the same thing in any desert biome. So I'm going to have to weigh it out and see if it is that much shorter of a distance to get over. We may take a trip to the vendor either today or tomorrow. Just stop by and make sure he didn't pick himself up a machete. But we go to the vendor, we'll ride over to that desert biome, kind of just to get a feel for the length of the ride. That may be our best bet, to go over there, start a mine there. And we're a little bit closer to the hub city. We don't have to make this ride through this wasteland biome, because this is a pretty long ride going back and forth. It really is. I'm just stopping because last time I looted one of these bags, I found is where we found our spike club that's purple. Just kind of talking through my thoughts here and kind of planning out the future. I want to get our base built above ground, have that, which is really nothing more than a lookout. It's just going to be for looks, because you see that the mechanics are working well on the free fall down beneath. We certainly have all the forges and storage that we could ever need down there. So anything we make above ground will just be, I'm not going to put too much into it. I do want to get a little creative with the above ground part, but absolutely want to have a replenishable source of food up there with a garden underneath the base that's above ground. And then we'll step outside for a tree farm. Now we may go a next block or so over distance-wise somewhere in the forest there to make our tree farm, because the screamers are going to absolutely be attracted to that base as much as we keep the forges and fires going. So we may not... boy, I took damage there. My bike took damage too. So we may not plant it directly next to the base like we did at this one. This one, it was probably the same distance though. You know, this one was far enough away the screamers would walk by as they were going to the base and not even notice us over here. So But while we're over here, we may as well stop by the hardware store as well on our way back. See if there's anything good to be had there. Maybe some upgraded auger parts. A little disappointed to see that the trees have not grown yet, though. I can't remember what day that was we planted these trees, but I thought for sure it had been long enough. So no worries there. Not too bad of a ride to have to come back to cut those trees again. Let's see what we have here. We'll take that candlestick. We'll leave our concrete, the little bit of concrete mix here we have, because we may need that for repairs on this base if we decide to come back here for whatever reason. We'll take our coal with us. We'll take our nitrate powder with us. Really nothing in here except for this engine may be worth holding on to. Not much of value here either. A few bullets that we may never use. 25 meat. Fertilizer. We absolutely want to get our fertilizer and take it with us. We'll take the... that's probably just going to be a space we don't need to worry about. 31 plus, I think we have 8 or 9 over there. Give us close to 40 fertilizer for our garden. The meat, there's nothing in there worth taking. First aid, we're pretty good on first aid over there. I don't know that we need to take any of this. This always could be a base that we go back to. That's our emergency mini bike in case we were to spawn over here. Now the fuel, the fuel really could go back with us. We're going to put that there and take this full stack with us, and then we'll leave ourselves almost a full stack over here. Don't really have plans on coming back, but you never know what might change. This was out of wood. We stopped the production on it. We'll leave that in there. We'll leave this. This is not much. This is going with us. To say that we really didn't collect all the brass that we could, that's a pretty healthy amount of brass. I mean, I could see that making a decent amount of casings. At least for the amount that we use our gun, that's a pretty good amount of casings. We're going to take this cement mix with us. We're going to go up here and dump this stuff off at the mini bike. There is our TNT. Okay. I don't know why I need the TNT. I've never used, or I don't say never, but I haven't used TNT in a long, long time. It's just not something that I use. You know what? This one radiator, let's scrap it. That's just taking up senseless space. And this forest ground, we'll leave that here. I'm probably going to smelt the entire brass candles, candlesticks, and the trophies and doorknobs. I'm not going to put those in there. We're going to leave this first aid kit over here. Let us refuel. That gives us one more space. Coal, a little bit of coal in there. So that frees up some spaces for us. We'll leave the forest ground. We'll leave the treasure map too. We do have several of those over at the new base that we've never even read. Close that just so we don't have any unwanted visitors or guests. And we can put, let's look at our random chest here. Put that stuff in there. Oh, we have a bunch of treasure chests. Look at that. Let's hit that sort button one time and make sure that there is nothing else that we want to take with us. I don't think so. Everything looks like it could stay here. It's really just a short ride over if we needed to come over and get something. Now our cement chest, we were getting that. We'll leave ourselves this bit of cement over here. This bit of concrete. Let's see what else we have to take before I start piling in sand and stone. All right, check, check, check. Everything is checked there. First aid, we just leave that. If we ever get in a pinch and we need more first aid kits or something, we know we can come back over here. Absolutely grab that. Good there. Probably could scrap these 9mm rounds. Take those with us. These things we'll have maybe, combined those or something and sell them to the vendor, but he's absolutely not had anything for us thus far. So I don't know why he would otherwise. Oh, I tell you what, I just missed it. The headlights. We want to take those. Yeah, plant fiber is going to be pretty easy to come by. I'm not going to worry about that. So I think we're good, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got all of the resources, the things that we needed from this particular base. I don't think there's anything else we need to take. There's a little extra bit of concrete mix, and we'll leave that behind. Yeah, it's pretty insignificant. Now there's a pig in the pit. Look at that. I'm going to have a little pet. Let's see how long he stays in there. He somehow managed to fall in without landing on a spike. Lucky him. Now he's just living in a pen. Peter's probably going to be calling any time now for cruelty to animals. Next time we come back over here will be to cut down those trees. Now this is going to be a bit tricky with the limited space we have. I'm honestly looking for a few select items, so don't be surprised to see me throw some items out on the ground that otherwise I would scrap or keep. But where we're at right now in the game, I don't plan on keeping a whole lot of stuff. Go ahead and clear this area out. Oh, 2 misses in a row. Crazy man. So we're going to keep getting visitors over here. I need to go ahead and ease inside this building and just kill them as they trickle in, I guess. This hardware has certainly seen better days. It's pretty rugged, pretty beat up. It's just an iron shovel. Okay, maybe she'll just stand there and beat on that door while we check the rest of this. Come on. The repair kits, but we don't have any space for that. I'm not going to concern myself with it. So dry run here, nothing there to be had. That's fine. Go ahead and get rid of her so she doesn't destroy anything in there. And we'll make that ride back. We are full to the gills with loot. Good stuff. Glad we were able to come over today and get all of that. And then there's no need except for the trees. A little disappointed that those weren't ready. I thought for sure we planted those last time. It would have had plenty of time to grow and be fully grown. don't want to cut those things down, not being fully grown. It's a waste when you just have to wait time to get more from a similar amount of cutting, honestly. With that 600 blade on that chainsaw, it cuts the big ones really fast. So we kind of wandered out there at one point, drove down that road a little ways. Not much out there. This road is really one of the main reasons I don't want to have to come back over here too often, because it's so the turns don't bother me. It's going up and down hill and turning on this mini bike. The physics on this mini bike aren't the greatest, and it's kind of a pain to drive back and forth. That's a little desert mine right there. So we are passing there at 12 o'clock. If I can remember, I'll look back at the clock when we get back at the base, and we'll see how long it took for us to drive there. Give us an idea of distance. Of course, I could just look on the map, but give us an exact time for that distance. And they're going to tease us with a little airdrop right there, but we don't have any space for anything. We could find a 600 sniper rifle. We might throw out some stone or something, but that is right there by us, isn't it? Let's see if this is a drop-off right here. No. We could absolutely get it and come right back onto the road. Let's park the bike right here. Just a random nurse or two wandering out in the wilderness. Boy. I hate to do that, but first aid kits they're your guarantee for survival when you're taking a lot of damage. Much like we just did from the cactus. Let's get on back out here. Do a little Evel Knievel jump. There's another airdrop crate right off to the right there. We're not going to worry about it. As well, I'll get in the same shape. There'll be some first aid kits or bullets or something, and I'll have to throw out more stone. Not that stone is hard to come by, but should get plenty of stone. We'll go mining again over at the coal mine sometime soon. And then, like I said, we'll go to that desert and we'll get a mixture of sand and stone over there while we're looking for nitrate and lead. It's really just for trophy or I don't know, novelty is not the word, but I'm just wanting to make that gunpowder and make those bullets just to do it, to have them on hand. I don't really think it will ever use more than what we can make, but heck, I still have almost a 500 stack, and I've not made one bullet, so we may be more likely to use it if we can find more sniper rifle parts, and I have an excess of bullets. Then I may be more likely just to kind of go cowboy on them and start shooting it more often. So that time is not going to be accurate because I did stop off for that airdrop. I guess that probably took about 20 minutes game time to do that. Let's see here. Don't you do it, rabbit. Oh, he turned around at the last moment. There's a deer right there in the old burnt biome. I remember a long time ago you used to get all your wildlife, the pig and deer, from the burnt biome. So we have a lot of resources to dump off here with this run we just made. Oh, look at that. No terrain glitch this time. That's different. So let's go down here and sort this out real quick. Keep that all together. Okay, let's get our cement and concrete mix in here. Well, that gives us a nice little boost there to what we had from before. Our stone, our wood goes down here. First aid's right there. And we're going to go up to our mini bike, take out all that we need there. Let's see, the wood chest over here. Now we'll put it in our tool chest is what we'll do. The chainsaw and a couple thousand gas will stick there up underneath the chainsaw. So let's go up to our mini bike and grab everything out of the storage there. All right. Nice little haul from the other base there to add to our brass supply. 25, boy, that'll all smelt down really nicely. We're going to put this up top. The radiators there. Explosive nitrate powder and coal. Starting to build that collection up a little bit too, the nitrate powder and coal. So I think that's that. Probably had some little presents here left behind. No? I guess we weren't here, so not that many falling in while we're not here. Oh, there's a cowboy hat. We'll throw it in our stash just in case. Oh, he fell on the body, so I need to axe these bodies here. I need to axe these bodies a question. Alright. That way they're not falling and taking 0 damage from the corpses. So it worked out well without having to upgrade the spikes in the back fully to steel. You know what, we'll put it in our tool chest down here since that was kind of a random item to grab. Also, I want to take this and this up here with us. And we could hoe in the fertilizer to figure out where we're going to do that. Our seed here. We need to make more seeds, so let's do 30 more seed here of that. Leaves us with 71. Our goldenrod is more important than corn. I say since we have a good bit of goldenrod tea, already we make all of that into seed. So potatoes, the corn, we have a lot of corn. And so we just need potatoes. And we're going to get ourselves a little bit of plant fiber before it's all said and done here planting this forest grounds. A little bonus, you get some free plant fiber. You get to go around and punch some grass, take out your aggressions. Really, that when I was going to grab the plant fiber at the old base, I thought about that. I was like, well, you know, we're going to get a decent amount of plant fiber just from our garden here. Oh, Oops, I did it again. No, I am not Britney Spears. Angered the zombies, get them all riled up there with the auger. I just heard another zombie fall in the pit. Okay, a little bit more here. So we went a bit overkill on the dirt, but that's alright. May end up using that thing, this dirt at the tree farm. I don't know. I think I'm absolutely going to hoe the soil in each hole. We may dig each hole out and replace it with this dirt and then hoe it. I don't think I'm going to waste the fertilizer on it. But, and I don't think I'm going to put fertilizer down now, being that we don't even have quite 40 yet. We'll wait on that. Let's get our hoe. Someone just asked me a little while ago if I would cut out or fast forward through all the grindy parts, the boring parts. And I thought, you know, with all the mining, tree cutting, scavenging, and building that there is in this game, if I were to cut out all of the boring parts, then there may not be any parts left. We'd have a 5-minute video. Hey guys, look at what I did today, and have a nice one. See you tomorrow. So I don't want to do that. Like I said, I think you all are intelligent enough to click on that little bar and skip if you're getting bored. And so I don't have to tell you that, hey, you know, let's skip this and skip that. I did skip, well, a couple accidents where I skipped, but I did skip the free fall pit dig out because you all saw what I was doing, you know, the direction I was moving in with it. So I felt it was pointless to show you a full day's worth of me doing nothing but digging to bedrock. That was, I'd be wasting your time if I did that. It was fun, though. It was a lot of fun for me. I always enjoy mining, and I think there's a huge reward in that you're creating something and you're gaining resources while creating it. So, you know, I got all of that stone and iron, as well as creating a defensive structure. Nice, getting it all tilled up. I could probably punch this with my hand a lot faster. It didn't grow like I thought it would. I know it's still popping up, but kind of imagined that it would grow a little faster than it's growing now. It's another screamer. It's good for that. Yeah, it's still absolutely still growing. You know what? We're gonna have to go down there and get some dirt, pieces of dirt. To repair that little bit of soil that I just hit right there. right there. Oh, we do have some on us. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I don't know how to... I mean, I guess I could just tactfully think of a way to respond to that. Fast forward through all the boring parts, because I know you all have enjoyed this series. I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos myself, but it's all kind of boring to me to watch someone else do it. I enjoy doing it myself, but to watch someone else do it just makes me want to do it. So I don't find it very interesting to see someone do something that I can just jump on and do myself. And maybe that's part of the musician in me too, because I'll see something and I'll say, "Oh, you know, I don't like that. I don't like the way that's done. I think I would do it this way or that way." And so things like that kind of irk me or bother me or something. So and it's not being conceited or thinking that I do it better. It's just that I don't do it that way, and it just bothers me. I don't know, maybe a little eccentric or something in that way. So I'm glad that most of you like, you know, for the most part, the way I do things, because I guess you wouldn't be here if you didn't. But I noticed this a couple episodes ago that our meat stew is actually getting pretty short on supply, and I thought, well, we don't have a garden. It's going to take a while for me to create a separate building for a garden, and we can't wait that long. I don't want it to be sitting out where all the screamers are walking up every day, all day, with the forges running the way they are, because we still have a lot of construction to do here, so I can't afford to turn those off. Along with all the construction up here, I still want to get all the spikes upgraded to steel. I still have one full row of those all the way around the pit to upgrade. All right, nice. So that is done with time to spare. Now let's see what we're going to plant where. I could absolutely go down there and make some seed with the corn. Let's get our potatoes planted first. Come on now. Place yourself. Didn't quite work out to a full row. That's all right. We'll take the goldenrod to the opposite side. This is actually a lot of square footage for a garden, more than I thought it would be. When I first looked at it, you know, I thought, well, that's not going to be sufficient for our needs, but it's actually way more sufficient and way larger than what I had imagined it would be. There's some kind of a weird green line in the screen there. I'm sure you all can see that. It might be from this goldenrod, something in the placement of it. Have a good bit of this goldenrod to plant, and that's good because we're going to multiply the heck out of this. Might as well go get the corn and make some seed out of that. We have about 8 or 10 minutes left here in the episode. We'll leave the last two, so it's not an odd number like the potatoes turned out. Let's put our goldenrod. I will put all of our seed here. Let's get our corn. Let's make, we'll just make 30. Corn is not something that I really have to multiply all that often. It's so plentiful when you get 3 per each one. That should be ready here in just a moment. Drink a little bit more of this, and You hear me squirming around in my seat. I never sit in the same position for very long. I'm constantly adjusting myself in the seat here. Sorry about that squeaky noise. I still haven't done the WD-40 thing to it, which it's not an old chair. It's just, it's done that kind of since it was new. It had that sort of squeak to it. Don't know what that's all about. So all of our forest ground is done there. We can put that back in here with our hoe. If we ever decide to expand the garden or do something a little differently than we've done to it so far. So I guess you see where the bars are going to be going when we build our structure above ground. I tell you what, let's take this end down here and we'll do corn on it. Well, we have a lot of square footage here. I could do yucca and aloe and all kinds of stuff if we wanted to with this size garden. I really didn't envision it being much at first, but we could do a lot more. You know, we could make it a lot larger. Probably since we were good on potatoes, I should have just made them all into seed, and like we did with the goldenrod, and just got a huge. Why don't we do that? Why don't we just go ahead and make all the potatoes into seed now, since we don't need them. We have 40 meat stew left over. Originally, I looked at it for a tree farm. I thought, well, you know, we could probably leave this empty in here since we don't technically need anything above ground for a base. We could leave this empty and make this whole area, except for this one place in the middle of the hole, a tree farm. But I just didn't think it was going to be enough square footage for that, and it certainly wouldn't have been. This is going to be, can you see those little dots on the screen there? That has something to do with the goldenrod. But this is absolutely going to be a base, a structure up here. Still a little hazy on what that's going to be. I have a couple ideas of how I can do it, or what I will do with it, in fact. But we're absolutely, that's why I put the steel bars, the steel on the top to give a little more support to hold the bars from here to here. So we span that gap across, and it's going to hold a lot of weight. And we'll probably connect steel from, now that's a little odd, why that won't stick up there. Look at that. That has something to do with stability, though. That's not, I don't think it's because there's a tunnel under there. I think that is something else. I've had to go into debug mode before, and you can go on recalc stability, and sometimes it will fix little issues like that. It's just part of the game, you know, some issue with the game. So we'll go ahead and start planting our potatoes to end up this episode here. Get these in the soil and see what they look like. How much space they take up. Well, this is going to be a great yield here, though. We're gonna be able to have enough potatoes to last us quite some time. Being that there are no threats by air, the hornets certainly aren't a threat. You don't really need a roof on this thing, but we're going to put one anyway. The only thing would be a spider, maybe kind of glitching, falling in the pit and coming back up. I haven't seen that yet. But it is possible. But we're not going to be doing any glass up here until they incorporate the bulletproof glass in Alpha 16. Then we'll be putting glass in all kinds of places. Not only is it glass and bulletproof, but you can see through it really well. I don't know if you've all watched the Joel's video, the latest video on Alpha 16 and the bulletproof glass, but it's super cool, that glass. I've been wanting a see-through glass for a long time and something that could not break when the cops spit at it. So that's a decent amount of potatoes. I could go a little crazy and do all of this in corn. I'm not going to. I don't think we're really in desperate need of corn. But when this goldenrod grows, we will absolutely fill this on out and may even take this entire yield of potatoes and make it into seed as well. So our garden is done now for the most part. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, see, we have almost 400 corn just sitting there. So, but all this meat that we're going to collect just riding around, we're going to need. We're almost out of raw iron in here. How much steel are we up to? 7,000. It's not a great number. Let's put some in there. This one's completely out. I tell you what, let's go ahead and make the steel that's possible to make in here. Take our bars out. Our bars are ready, in fact, so that's good. I can go out here real quick before we end this episode in just a few moments and show you exactly what I was going to do with the bars. We'll see how it works. Boy, it's not going to let me plant. That's okay. Maybe we can reach it. Yeah, we sure can. Okay, like so. And we'll do that all the way around. On the outer rim, we certainly won't do it on the innermost portion because we're going to be building a base in there. This will enable us to walk across the top. And then if we do have a stray spider zombie come up here or something, it's not going to be an issue, you know, because we'll have it all sealed so that they can't get in no matter what. And it's going to be a little tricky having to do it from down here. Not being able to put a frame down. But hopefully this is going to hold. I know I might have a stability issue with the tunneling that I've done down at Bedrock. But anyway, it'll look something like that. We'll have access to get up there here. I will put a ladder that goes all the way up to the top for our base up there. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope some of this was maybe helpful for you today, and it was not a total loss for enjoyment. We did get some things done, some positive things moving forward. We won't have to worry about, and we can focus on constructing this this base up here moving forward. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is how I show.